What up guys, Karen here from Mini Model Wars, and today we're going to be doing some Tyranid tactics. I apologise about my voice, I'm not feeling too good today, so if you can't hear me then I'll have to redo the video when it's unwell. Today we're going to be going over the fast attack in Tyranids. So we'll start off with the Tyranid Shrike. I haven't got one, but this is just a Tyranid Warrior, so basically this but with wings. 35 points. So it's pretty expensive for one model, and it's got exactly the same stats as the Tyranid Warrior, except a worse armor save, which is 5+. And they got wings, so they can move 12 in the movement phase, which is alright, I guess. But I don't think I'd take them. If I was going to take them, I'd probably give them Skeleton Talons and either a pair of bone swords or a lash weapon bone sword, just so they are monster creatures, close combat. Like, they complete close combat, and they'd be pretty good, because if they can move 12 in the movement phase, and now with the new charging stuff, so you roll 2 dice to see how far you charge, you can move up to 24 to get a good roll. So 24-inch charge, really, including the 12, is pretty far, and especially if you've got Skeleton Talons and a bone sword on them, they're going to be pretty powerful. But, you know, if you give them a pair of bone swords, or a lash weapon bone sword even, it's going to be 50 points per model. 50 points. And that's not even including if you want to give it adrenal glands or toxin sacs. So it's pretty expensive, to be honest. Anyway, moving on to the Ravener brood. I haven't got any Raveners, but I really want some. Because it's basically like a really small trigon, you know. It's weapon skill 5, bliss skill 3, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 3 each. It's pretty good. Initiative 5, attacks 4 each, leadership 6, 5+ armor save. But so you got 2 sets of Skeleton Talons, so you re-roll all the misses. You can give him rending claws if you want, or spine fists, devourers or death spitters. You know, you can give him a gun if you want. But I wouldn't. I'm just gonna keep them with the 2 sets of Skeleton Talons. They have deep strike and move recover and acute senses. Who knows? And they count as beasts. I can't remember what beasts do, but I can remember that they're pretty good. And it's the only beast in the Tyranid Codex. So if you want beasts, get some Raveners. Yeah. So I really want some, because if you keep them close to your Trigon, you know, as that could be the meat shield. They gotta think: do we go for the big one, or do we go for the little ones so they get less attacks? Either way, they're gonna die. So you know, the Sky Slasher swarms. I hate these swarms. These swarms in general. I haven't got any Sky Slashers, but these are the swarms. I don't like them, to be honest. Compared to the Necron ones, which I have, which are somewhere down here. Voila! I paint them up. So that's these, which are amazing. I love these. But these, I hate them. Weapon skill 2, bliss skill 2, strength. Well, they're exactly the same one as before, except they got wings. They can move 12, but they're still as rubbish in close combat as they were before. So I'd never take them. But you could give them toxin sacs, so they would always wound on a 4+ instead of 6s most likely with strength 3. But still wouldn't, because even though they get 4 attacks each, I just don't like them. Gargoyles. Boom. I really like gargoyles. I really need to repaint them, but you know, oh well. I really like these gargoyles. I've only got 10, but I can imagine that if you got a big brood of them with 30 of them, or just 2 broods maybe of 30, they'd be pretty powerful, because they got these special ability called Blinding Venom. So if they roll a 6 when they're rolling to hit, it's a wound, counts as a wound. So you just have to take an armor save with that. You could give them toxin sacs as well, so that's pretty good. And I'll have to recheck this, but I'm pretty sure when the new rules came out, someone in Games Workshop, not just someone that worked in Games Workshop, told me that they count as flyers. So it's 6s to hit. If so, I'm going to get a lot of them, because that's pretty good. Because they might count as like the, with the flying high of Tyranid, they might have to get grounded, but if so, well, if you do know, leave a comment below so you can tell me, because I don't know. Harpy. The Harpy. What can I say about the Harpy? It drops bombs. It drops the mine cluster bombs. That's what it purposely does. It's the bomber of the Tyranid army. But we will move on to the spore mines in a bit. So the Harpy drops bombs. It has the twin link Stranglethorn cannon. So large blasts, range 36, strength 6, armor piercing 5, assault, pinning. So yeah, pretty good. You get twin link to that, but I'd probably give it the twin linked heavy venom cannon instead, because I like the heavy venom cannon. Give it adrenal gland, toxin sex, regeneration, the usual monstrous creatures upgrades. And of course it counts as a monstrous creature, flying monstrous creature, so you have to ground it, hit 6s to hit, and then whatnot. So, and it has this thing called Sonic Screech, which, if I remember, it counts as if it's charging with assault grenades, and so that the value of the enemy's initiative is halved. So when he has initiative 5, and theirs is half, he's probably most likely going to go first all the time, which I really like. So I don't know. My friend, if you've been watching me my wars, he's been playing a few bat reps. He has a Harpy. I have to ask him if he can use it one bat rep. So I remember we had a doubles and I was on his, so I stuck my gargoyles around his Harpy as like a meat shield sort of thing. But it got shot down before we did anything, because that was before we knew it was 6s to hit. So we were like, oh, done. Anyway, excuse me. So moving on to the spore mine clusters. I don't like them at all, and I don't want them. If someone gave them to me as a present, I'd be like, oh, thank you, yeah. Because, what was it, strength 4. Is that the... I think that's the explosion. It's a large blast around it. That's basically what you have to do. And everything inside that is hit with strength 4, armor piercing 4. Yeah, that's it. Strength 4, armor piercing 4. Which I personally think is a waste of money, because I don't like them. Especially how they move as well. If you haven't used a spore mine cluster, you have to use a scatter dice to move it. So you roll it, whichever direction it's pointing at, that's the way it has to go. If you get direct hit, you get to choose how far it goes with the 2 dice of how far it rolled. But still, it still rolls. You haven't got complete control of it. So, and especially if it's only exploding that much as well. It is 10 points per model as well. And personally, if I had 30 points, I'd rather take 6 Termagants than 3 spore mine clusters. Just because I don't like them. So that is it for Fast Attack. Next time I'll be going over the Heavy Support, my favourite of them all. So make sure you stick around for that. That's it for me today. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and remember, battle on.